Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, because right now on this 1 hour time frame, we are seeing a massive dump to the downside. Of course, if you watched yesterday's video, you were already expecting this because we looked at this rising wedge pattern, which is typically more likely to break down to the downside. And besides that, we also had this bearish divergence in the charts. So again, that was pointing towards some further downside. Today, we saw a breakout, retest, resumption from there, perfectly hitting our price target so far. However, now that we have lost this ascending line of support, what does that mean for the broader picture for Bitcoin? Well, first of all, if we zoom out to this 2 hour time frame, again, you can see that we hit our price target here, and from there started reversing to the downside, losing this ascending line of support once again. And typically, guys, when you're losing an ascending trend like this, that usually is not very good news for Bitcoin. But at the same time, we should be taking a look at the 4 hour time frame, where in fact we are still breaking out from this falling wedge pattern. As you can see, we are technically below the point of the breakout, and unless we get some kind of big move to the upside here, we are also going to see a candle close below the point of the breakout. But at the same time, this is such a big pattern that even if we were to get this breakout, retest, and then start to see a big bounce off of that descending line of resistance right here. So currently this is sitting at about 102.5K. Then I will still consider this to be active, and that we are targeting this 114,000 US dollar level. Now, if we were to get candle closes below this descending line of support, that will be the signal for us that, well, yeah, this thing is no longer active. This is no longer what we are looking at. So yes, that will be a warning signal in the short term. And in fact, if we zoom out all the way to this 1 day time frame, you can see that again, we have a falling wedge pattern here, which has, of course, already broken out to the upside. In this case, it broke out at about 100K or so. And this is also targeting 114,000. Now, if we get candle closes on the daily time frame below that 100K level once again, then that is likely going to be a bearish signal for Bitcoin, again, on that 1 day time frame. So make sure to watch out for that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, we're trading at 102.5K, and we have 4 hours until the daily candle close. And also on yesterday's video, I pinned this comment by engineer ND, who is saying that I know nothing about technical analysis, which I thought was funny because, yeah, we literally called this reversal and it has perfectly hit our price target here. So, hey, usually I'm not one for putting people on blast, but hey, sometimes you just got to do it, man. You got to remind them. Moving on to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map here. Currently, we do have some liquidity to the downside still, sitting at 101.1K. Earlier today, we actually took out the biggest pocket of liquidity on the 3 day time frame. Zooming out to the 1 week time frame here, yes, we do have some liquidity around that 101K level. In fact, there is even some liquidity on this 99,000 US dollar level. But at the same time, guys, right now, most of the liquidity is to the upside. But I think we should not underestimate some of these bullish patterns that we are seeing. So maybe this one gets invalidated here in the short term, but at the same time, so long as we're not getting those daily candle closes below 100K, it is still more likely that we are going to see resumption to the upside and likely hitting that price target. Of course, if we invalidate it, then tomorrow we're going to have a different kind of video. For now, I actually think it is most likely that we are going to be taking out this 109.6K level of liquidity, because this is where most of the liquidity is to the upside. Lastly, let's take a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables. Yesterday, we saw another net inflow of close to $600 million into the Bitcoin ETFs. Most of that coming from the BlackRock and the Fidelity Bitcoin ETFs. And inflows like this are going to have an upwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price. I'm curious to see in tomorrow's video if we are going to get an inflow or an outflow. Something tells me that we are going to see an outflow, but you never know. So we'll see. And maybe we can get some conclusions on what we think about this last week here in terms of the inflows and the outflows. Would also love to hear your thoughts in the comment section as well. Either way, this has been today's market update. Don't forget to join the Road to 1 Million community on Discord. This is one of the most active crypto trading communities in the space right now. You can join this completely for free with the link in the video description. And in fact, we already have close to 3,000 members inside this community here. So you are welcome to join this. But regardless, if you do end up joining or not, thank you for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.